Making headlines, Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund for Development, Sultan bin Abdulrahman Al Marshad, pays a courtesy call on President Dr. Mohamed Moizu. President extends his heartfelt congratulations to table tennis sensation Fatma Dima Ali for her historic achievement as the first Maldivian athlete to secure a spot in this year's Paris Olympics. And Economic Minister meets with the UK's Minister of State for Trade Policy, marking a significant step in enhancing bilateral trade and investment ties. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to PSMNEWS in English with me, Mariam Shaushat. The Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund for Development, Sultan bin Abdulrahman Al Marshad, pays a courtesy visit to President Dr. Mohamed Moizu. The meeting served as a platform to express gratitude for the Saudi Fund's unwavering support towards the Maldives' progress and prosperity. President Moizu extended heartfelt appreciation for the continuous assistance provided by the Saudi Fund, emphasizing its pivotal role in the nation's development endeavors. He also conveyed gratitude for the warm hospitality extended during his recent Umrah trip to Saudi Arabia. Central to the discussions were efforts to strengthen the long-standing relationship between the Maldives and Saudi Arabia. Both sides deliberated on ongoing initiatives in the Maldives supported by the generous aid of the Saudi Fund, with a shared commitment to expanding and deepening this partnership. During the meeting, Sultan bin Abdulrahman Al Marshad reiterated his appreciation for the warm reception and affirmed the Saudi Fund's enduring commitment to supporting the Maldives. He expressed eagerness to collaborate further, emphasizing the importance of enhancing bilateral relations for mutual benefit. The government of Maldives signs loan agreements with the Saudi Fund for Development (SFD) to propel the advancement of Velana International Airport (VIA) and strengthen the healthcare sector. Minister of Finance Dr. Mohammed Shafiq and CEO of SFD Sultan Abdulrahman Al Marshad formalized the agreements during a ceremony held at the Ministry of Finance. The VIA development agreement involves a substantial $100 million loan, while the healthcare sector is set to benefit from $50 million under the signed accord. During the signing ceremony, CEO Sultan Abdulrahman underscored the SFD's enduring support, emphasizing the significance of the allocated $100 million for VIA's development. He further highlighted that the healthcare sector assistance aims to elevate medical services quality across the Maldives Islands. The event was attended by government dignitaries, representatives from the Saudi Embassy, the key figures from the SFD, marking a pivotal moment in advancing Maldives' infrastructure and public health services. President Dr. Mohamed Moizu extends his heartfelt congratulations to table tennis sensation Fatma Dima Ali for her historic achievement as the first Maldivian athlete to secure a spot in this year's Paris Olympics. In a social media post, President Dr. Moizu underscored the profound significance of her triumph for Maldivian sports. He commended her remarkable courage and exceptional performance, expressing the nation's collective pride and extending heartfelt wishes for her success in the upcoming Olympics. In a phone conversation with Dima's family, President Dr. Moizu rejoiced in the groundbreaking nature of her accomplishment, highlighting it as the inaugural stance of a Maldivian athlete clinching victory in an Olympic qualifying final and earning a coveted spot in the Games. He emphasized the nation's admiration for this extraordinary achievement by a young female athlete who showcased exemplary skill amidst stiff competition from the finest table tennis players in South Asia. Furthermore, President Dr. Moizu assured Dima of unwavering support and collaboration as she prepares to represent the Maldives on the global stage. He reiterated that her triumph signifies a momentous milestone for the Maldives in the realm of international sports. Vice President Hussein Mohamed Latif also took to social media to extend his heartfelt congratulations to Dima. He credited her relentless dedication, coupled with the steadfast support of her family, the Table Tennis Association of the Maldives and the Maldives Olympic Committee for this proud national achievement. Dima's qualification for the Olympics came through her stellar performance in the singles section of the South Asian qualifiers held in Nepal. This milestone marks a significant breakthrough as it is the first time a Maldivian athlete has earned Olympic qualification through competitive channels, distinguishing her achievement from previous invitational opportunities. Minister of Economic Development and Trade Mohammed Said meets with the UK's Minister of State for Trade Policy, Gregory William Hans, marking a significant step in enhancing bilateral trade and investment ties. During Minister Said's official visit to the UK, fruitful discussions were initiated to fortify the economic relations between the two nations. In a statement shared across social media platforms, Minister Said reiterated his commitment to leveraging the UK's expertise in bolstering the Maldives' financial sector significantly. He emphasized the importance of expanding the scope of free trade agreements with the UK, highlighting it as a top priority for President Dr. Mohammed Muizzu's administration. Additionally, the ministry emphasized the Minister Said's visit to the UK, particularly to participate in the Commonwealth Trade and Investment Roundtable, aims to solicit support from the UK's financial ministries to advance the Maldives' financial sector. Key discussions during the visit will focus on enhancing the operations of the Maldives International Finance Service Authority and the Development Bank, aiming to streamline their services and operations to better serve the economy. The fertility center at Treetop Hospital successfully helps 2 women give birth through in vitro fertilization (IVF) treatment, which began at the hospital in July. At a press conference, Chief Operating Officer at Treetop Hospital COO Adil Musa shared that the first successful IVF patient was a woman who had previously undergone 4 unsuccessful IVF attempts abroad. He highlighted that this success represents a significant advancement for the hospital's fertility services, bolstering confidence and trust among the community. Meanwhile, IVF consultant Dr. Zakia Ahmed added that there is currently no waiting list for IVF services at the hospital. She said that the government has approved the service, but many individuals delay seeking treatment. She also said that with an in-house embryologist and no wait list, people can directly consult with specialists. In addition, she noted that the center provides IVF services to women up to age of 45. Located on the 3rd floor of the hospital's Women and Child Center, the Treetop Fertility Center offers specialized fertility treatments. The services are priced competitively at $2,900 per cycle, including consultations and IVF or IUI procedures, making them more affordable compared to neighboring countries. The cost-effective approach ensures that individuals that do not need the procedure do not incur unnecessary expenses. IVF and IUI treatments are prioritized for individuals whose ability to conceive has not been restored through medication or lifestyle changes. Ministry of Higher Education, Labour and Skills Development officially opens applications for 20 scholarships targeting individuals aspiring to pursue education abroad. The scholarship opportunity encompasses PhD, master's and bachelor's degree programs across a spectrum of disciplines, including tourism, science and engineering. Applicants have the chance to choose from universities in 6 diverse countries, which are India, Pakistan, China, Japan, Azerbaijan and Morocco. The application window for these scholarships remains open until June, welcoming individuals aged 18 to 45 to apply and seize this opportunity. Furthermore, the ministry has outlined specific eligibility criteria for prospective applicants, emphasizing that detailed information is readily accessible on the ministry's official website. Minister of Divehi Language, Culture and Heritage Adam Nasir Ibrahim unveils plans to commence construction of the National College for Nationalism within the next 6 months, furthering President Dr. Mohammed Muizzu's Maldivian Nationality Revival Initiative. The initiative, first announced in January, aims to establish a specialized institution dedicated to imparting knowledge on Maldivian nationalism and history. Minister Adam Nasir disclosed that the new college will be situated in the former Centre for Higher Secondary Education, CHSE building. In an exclusive interview with PSMNEWS, Minister Adam Nasir outlined the timeline for the renovation of CHSE building, slated to begin upon securing funding with a target completion period of 5 months. He also revealed that the Sifange Welfare Company, SIVEC of the Maldives National Defence Force (MNDF), is spearheading the renovation efforts. Furthermore, Minister Adam Nasir provided updates on the progress of the National Centre for Heritage Research, indicating plans to recruit 60 researchers, of which 10 have been hired so far. Despite staffing challenges, preliminary research activities have commenced, laying the groundwork for the centre's future endeavours. President Dr. Mohamed Muizzu's Maldivian Nationality Revival Initiative encompasses multifaceted initiatives, including the establishment of the National College, revitalization of the National Printing House, and implementation of national awareness programs promoting the Maldivian language. High-level discussions between the Maldives and the UK illuminate the potential of the Maldives International Finance Service Authority MIFSA to catalyze economic advancement in the Maldives. Minister of Economic Development and Trade Mohammed Said engaged in these talks during his visit to the UK as part of the Commonwealth Trade and Investment Roundtable meeting. In an exclusive interview with PSMNEWS, Minister Said underscored President Dr. Mohamed Muizzu's vision to diversify the Maldives' economic landscape, reducing reliance on singular economic drivers. Central to this strategy is the establishment of MIFSA, envisioned as a cornerstone of a modern financial market in the Maldives. Minister Said revealed plans to form a MIFSA board by July, with concurrent efforts underway to inaugurate a development bank. Collaborative efforts with the UK, renowned for its financial prowess, are deemed indispensable in realizing these objectives. Thus, Minister Said's visit to the UK centred on garnering support to bolster MIFSA's capabilities, thereby becoming a linchpin in the Maldives' economic trajectory. Furthermore, Minister Said expressed optimism regarding the comprehensive support and cooperation anticipated from key UK officials participating in the Commonwealth Trade and Investment Roundtable. His itinerary included meetings with the UK's Trade Minister and other senior officials integral to trade and finance, signalling a burgeoning partnership poised to drive economic prosperity in the Maldives. Minister of Health Dr. Abdullah Khalil underscores the critical importance of controlling the spread of debilitating diseases like chikungunya and dengue in the Maldives. Addressing media representatives at the Ministry of Health, Minister Khalil reaffirmed the government's unwavering commitment to implementing comprehensive measures to curb the transmission of these diseases. He emphasized the indispensable role of collaborative efforts between the government and the private sector in combating these health threats. Minister Khalil particularly emphasized the imperative of eradicating mosquito breeding grounds and maintaining hygienic living environments to prevent outbreaks. Moreover, Minister Khalil highlighted the government's proactive stance in raising awareness among foreign workers residing in the Maldives. Tailored programs delivered in their native languages are being deployed across various atolls and the capital city of Male, ensuring widespread understanding of preventive measures. Government initiatives to curb the spread of dengue and chikungunya include intensive fogging operations and the systematic destruction of mosquito breeding sites in Male and surrounding islands. Recent statistics from the Health Ministry reveal a total of 747 reported cases of dengue and 389 cases of chikungunya as of May 11th this year. Both diseases are transmitted by the Aedes mosquito. Minister of Social and Family Development Dr. Aishat Shiham reaffirms the current administration's steadfast dedication to enhancing human resources, with a particular emphasis on fortifying the healthcare sector as a cornerstone for future progress. Delivering remarks during a dialogue commemorating the 30th anniversary of the International Conference on Population and Development, Minister Aishat Shiham emphasized the government's relentless pursuit of initiatives aimed at elevating societal well-being, especially in social and economic domains, alongside endeavors to enhance the quality of education. She underscored the pivotal role of these initiatives in fostering opportunities for youth and women, emblematic of the administration's holistic approach to addressing pressing societal concerns. Highlighting key governmental policies, Minister Aishat Shiham reiterated the administration's unyielding commitment to ensuring equitable access to healthcare, advancing gender parity, empowering youth, and promoting overall well-being across all demographics. The minister expressed optimism regarding the Maldives' readiness to engage in collaborative endeavors with other nations to tackle shared global challenges. The conference, convened in Bangladesh and featuring representatives from 49 countries, underscored the imperative of international cooperation in addressing population and development challenges. Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation (MMPRC) announces that it has achieved 25% of its annual tourism target, within the first 4 months of this year. In an interview with BBC's The Edit programme, Managing Director of MMPRC Fatma Tawfiq highlighted the positive impact of tourism on the development of the country's islands. She emphasized the corporation's commitment to environmental and economic sustainability. She also mentioned that exceeding 25% of the annual tourist target so early is a promising indicator towards their goal of attracting 2 million tourists this year. Additionally, Fatma noted that the Maldives offers more than just sun, sea and sand, with guest houses and hotels providing a variety of authentic Maldivian experiences. She said that tourists have the option to stay in diverse accommodations, including resorts, liveaboards, hotels and local guest houses, which showcase the rich culture of the Maldives. Furthermore, she pointed out that tourism is a crucial part of the Maldives economy, generating 80% of the country's income and having a direct and indirect impact on its citizens. She also said that the various services offered by the tourism industry, including those provided by hotels and guest houses, significantly benefit the island communities. Maldives witnesses a remarkable surge in tourism, with nearly 100,000 tourists welcomed so far this year, spearheaded by a significant influx from China. While China ranked third in tourist arrivals last year, it has ascended to the top spot by May 14th of this year, with 92,773 visitors comprising approximately 11.1% of total arrivals. Following closely behind is Russia with 84,162 tourists. The exponential increase in Chinese tourist arrivals marks a noteworthy shift in travel patterns, considering that China occupied the 27th spot in tourist arrival rankings in the previous year. Statistics from the Tourism Ministry reveal a robust uptick in tourism overall, with 833,728 tourists having visited the Maldives by this point in the year, reflecting an impressive 11.6% increase compared to the same period last year. The top countries contributing to tourist arrivals in the Maldives include China, Russia, the UK, Italy and Germany. On average, each tourist spends approximately 7 days in the Maldives, with an average of 4,263 visitors arriving daily. The consistent influx has spurred the government to set an ambitious target of attracting 2 million tourists by year-end. To achieve this goal, collaborative efforts between the government and the tourism industry are underway, with various promotional activities planned to showcase the Maldives as an irresistible destination for travelers worldwide. Japan's economy suffers a worse than expected contraction in the first quarter, official data shows, in further bad news for its unpopular government.
Gross domestic product (GDP) in the world's number 4 economy shrank by 0.5% against market expectations of a drop of only 0.3%. Exports dived 5.0% after growing 2.8% the previous quarter, while imports fell 3.4%. Compared with the first quarter of 2023, GDP fell an annualized 2.0% compared with the forecasted drop of 1.2%, according to Bloomberg News. The economy was hit by a major earthquake on January 1st on the Noto Peninsula and by halts in production at auto giant Toyota's Daihatsu subsidiary. Japan has been flirting with recession since last year, with zero growth revised Thursday from an expansion of 0.1% between October and December. In the previous quarter, from July to September, GDP suffered a major contraction of 0.9%, also revised on Thursday from an earlier reading of minus 0.8%. The new data will add to pressure on Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and his government, which for months has seen poor poll ratings. Germany replaced Japan as the number 3 economy in 2023, in large part because of the weak yen, and is projected to be overtaken by India too. For decades, Japan has battled stagnant growth and deflation, as well as a rapidly aging population. Inflation, however, has picked up, allowing the Bank of Japan in March to call time on its maverick monetary policy and raise interest rates for the first time in 17 years. Rates elsewhere remain higher, however, and the wide differential has added to pressure on the yen, which in recent weeks has hit three-decade lows against the dollar. In late April and early May, the yen briefly rose sharply against the greenback, prompting speculation that Japan had intervened in the market.
Leaders Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin frames their nation's ties as a stabilizing force in the chaotic world as they met in Beijing, where the Russian president is seeking greater Chinese support for his war effort in Ukraine and isolated economy.
It is Vladimir Putin's first trip abroad since his March re-election and the second in just over 6 months to China, an economic lifeline for Russia after the West hit it with unprecedented sanctions over its military offensive in Ukraine. Putin was greeted by Xi Jinping at a grand welcoming ceremony outside Beijing's Great Hall of the People, footage by state broadcaster CCTV showed. In a meeting, Xi then told his old friend Putin that China-Russia relations were conducive to peace. Xi added that China is ready to work with Russia to uphold fairness and justice in the world. Putin in turn told Xi the two countries' relations were stabilizing factors in the international arena. Relations between Russia and China are not opportunistic and not directed against anyone, Putin said, according to a Kremlin readout. He added that together they uphold the principles of justice and a democratic world order that reflects multipolar realities and is based on international law. Following closed-door meetings, the two leaders then signed a joint statement on deepening their countries' comprehensive strategic partnership, state news agency Xinhua said. The Russian leader's arrival came hours after he hailed his country's troops for advancing on all fronts on the battlefield in Ukraine following a major new ground assault. Xi has rebuffed Western criticism of his country's close ties with Moscow, enjoying cheap Russian energy imports and access to vast natural resources. But their economic partnership has come under close scrutiny from the West in recent months.
Manchester United keep alive their hopes of salvaging a dismal season by qualifying for Europe as Amad Diallo's rocket inspired a 3-2 win against Newcastle.
Erik ten Hag's side are battling to secure 7th place finish in the Premier League, which could secure a place in next season's UEFA Conference League. United will qualify for the Europa League if they win the FA Cup final against Manchester City on May 25th. But if City triumph at Wembley, then 7th will be enough for Conference League spot. In 8th place, United are still in the hunt for the place after beating Newcastle to move level on points with the 7th placed Magpies. However, United's goal difference is vastly inferior to Newcastle's, meaning they must better the Magpies' result in the last game of the season. United travel to Brighton on Sunday, while Newcastle head to Brentford. Newcastle's defeat means 5th place Tottenham are guaranteed to be in the Europa League next season. 6th place Chelsea won 2-1 at Brighton in Wednesday's other game to move closer to European qualification after a turbulent campaign. United embarked on a sheepish lap of honour after their final home game of the season. And while it has hardly been a campaign to celebrate, this was a much-needed result as Ten Hag fights to avoid the sack at the end of a season that ranks as one of United's worst in the Premier League era. United's first-half dominance was rewarded in the 31st minute when Diaw's deflected pass found Mainu completely unmarked thanks to Kieran Trippier's sloppy marking. The teenage midfielder looked shocked he had so much time and space as he picked his spot with a low finish from 12 yards. Newcastle drew level in the 49th minute as Anthony Gordon was given the freedom of the penalty area to convert Jacob Murphy's cross with a close-range volley.
Honda announces plans to double investment in electric vehicles to $65 billion by 2030 as the Japanese auto giant seeks to go fully electric.
The company is aggressively pursuing a target set 3 years ago of achieving 100% EV sales by 2040. In April, it announced the largest auto investment in Canada's history with a new $11 billion EV battery and vehicle assembly plant. The company also has a partnership in EVs with Sony and is exploring collaboration with rival Nissan as they face a once-in-a-century upheaval in the car industry. Analysts have said the move is aimed at catching up with Chinese EV competitors as Beijing-backed automakers such as BYD speed ahead of global rivals. A statement said that Honda is planning to invest approximately 10 trillion yen in resources through 2030 when the period of full-fledged popularization of EVs is expected to start. The automaker had previously allocated 5 trillion yen to EV tech in the medium term. It said that Honda wants to establish a competitive business structure with an aim to reduce overall production costs by approximately 35%. And as of 2030, Honda will reduce the cost of the battery to be procured in North America by more than 20% compared to the cost of current batteries. By 2030, the company is aiming for electric vehicles and fuel cell EVs to account for 40% of global sales. The world's auto giants are increasingly prioritizing electric and hybrid vehicles, with demand growing for less polluting models as concern about climate change grows. At the same time, however, there has been a slowdown in the EV market on the back of consumer concern about high prices, reliability, range, and a lack of charging points. China overtook Japan as the world's biggest vehicle exporter in 2023, helped by its dominance in electric cars.
And that's all we have for you right now. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news updates. Have a good day. Goodbye.